Adding a form consists of putting the form object underneath this form folder inside of our book list module. So I'm going to create a new PHP file called book form. I'm going to paste a good chunk of code in here, and then we'll take a second to talk about it. So first off, I'm going to give it a namespace where I live, and that's pretty much in the book list form area of the module. And then I'm going to import and use the Zend form object. And this form object handles a lot of the passing back and forth of the data and working in between the controller and the view. So the next section of information describes your business data. And in this case, we're talking about a book. So the one thing that we haven't really talked about is this ID hidden. So each section that is stubbed into the construct function here lists the attribute that we want to display and its type. So in this case, when this ID gets put out onto the HTML form, it's going to be a hidden input type. And this is just to keep track of our ID so we can pass it around and use it for the ID segment of our route. The next section that we have is our title, and that is the title of our book. It's a type of text, and then we also have the ability to add a label inside of here. So when it spits this out, we can tell it what to label, and if you need to add internationalization or anything, this is where you could do that. And then we also have a couple other attributes here. One is the author, and then the last one is kind of unique to the form itself in the sense that it is actually creating a submit button. So we give it a name of submit, and the attributes are the name on the button, so the value of go, and then the ID of that button is just called submit button. So when this form gets created on the view, we'll be able to spit all of this information out in a really easy way. So we'll get more to this later as we get into adding the add and edit views.